Hello, welcome to the SpoonForkHeart kitchen. สวัสดีค่ะ My name is Siri. Today I'm going to show you how to make easy and delicious dumpling or เกี๊ยวหมูต้ม Okay, first we're going to start with our vegetable. I have the 2 green onion and I'm going to chop them small. Okay, and now our 2 green onion is done. So I'm just gonna set it on the side. Alright, and next gonna be the carrot. Okay, for the carrot, I'm just gonna use the cheddar to shred it. I use the small one. Okay, it will be easy. I'm gonna use about half a cup. It's gonna be small, like about this size, right here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish half a cup the carrot. Okay, I think this is about half a cup. Alright, so I'm just gonna use half a cup. So I'm just gonna set it on the side. And next, I'm going to pound the cilantro stem and the garlic. I have 2 tablespoons the cilantro stem right here, and I'm going to use 3 cups the garlic. Alright, and then I'm going to pound them. I want them very small. Okay, so that's why better to use a pestle and mortar, but if you don't have, you just can blend them very small. Alright. Okay, and takes a while for me to pound the garlic and the cilantro stem. Now done. It should be look like a little paste like this. Alright, and now I'm going to set this on the side. Alright, and we're going to start marinate our meat, our protein. Okay, for the protein today, I use the ground pork. I use 1 pound ground pork. Okay, it has a little bit of fat, so use 80%. Okay, if you want to use ground chicken, you can use ground chicken or ground turkey if you want to change, if you don't like ground pork. Okay, and next I'm gonna use 1 small egg. Okay, 1 small egg. Alright. Okay, so now we have the 1 pound 80% ground pork and 1 small egg. Next, I'm going to put the cilantro stem and the garlic that we pound earlier. Okay, put all. Okay, I want them all. Okay, so just put them all. Okay, and next we're gonna use 1 tablespoon the cornstarch. Okay, 1 tablespoon cornstarch. Okay, and next going to use the 1 tablespoon the oyster sauce. 1 tablespoon oyster sauce go in, and 1 tablespoon the seasoning soy sauce. 1 tablespoon seasoning soy sauce go in. Okay. Okay, and next I'm going to use the mushroom flavored soy sauce. Okay, if you don't have mushroom flavored, just use the regular soy sauce. So I use the 1 tablespoon soy sauce, or use a thin soy sauce. Okay, and I'm going to use about a teaspoon the sesame oil. Next, I'm gonna have to use the 1/4 teaspoon white pepper and 1.5 teaspoon sugar. 1.5 teaspoon sugar. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of salt, just a pinch of salt. Okay, and now we're going to start mix everything very good. Okay, and after we get it all the seasoning already, now we're going to mix them very good. Okay, and the pork it have to, or the meat that you use is supposed to come out from the very cold from the refrigerator. Okay, now use your hand to mix everything very good. Okay, after you mix them for a while, they're gonna feel like a lot thicker. Make sure you continue mix them, and you have to make sure the cow meat that you use is supposed to very cold from the refrigerator, just come out and very nice and cold. Okay, and now when the everything is very thick already, the consistency like very thick, you can see the difference. And now gonna start as the carrot. So the half cup shredded carrot, the small shredded carrot, half a cup, and then 2 chopped green onion. Alright, and then I'm going to mix everything again. Make sure all the green onion and the carrots mix very well with the cow meat. Okay, after that you mix everything about 5 minutes, and the consistency, the meat should look really thick like this. Okay, and now I'm going to give them a cover and put in the refrigerator for marinade at least 30 minutes. Okay, while we wait for our cow pork to marinate, now we have time to do the crispy garlic. For the crispy garlic, you can use the food processor, but today I'm just going to use my knife and chop them small. Okay, I will show you when I done chopping them all. I cut my garlic and now I'm going to chop them all. Okay, just a small piece like this. I put them first to open up all the flavor, and now I'm going to chop them all. Okay, and then this is a lot garlic, but I just gonna show you the tip and trick a little bit. If you chop a lot of garlic, the garlic is very sticky. Just have a little bowl of the water and to dip your hand. Sometimes when it's super sticky, it will be a lot easy for you to touching and chopping the garlic. So just my little tip. Okay, and now I have all my garlic done. I'm gonna set it on the side, and we're going to go ahead and fry our garlic to make the crispy garlic and the garlic oil. Okay, and now I have the chopped half a cup of the garlic done, and now we're going to make the crispy garlic and the garlic oil. So I'm just going to put 1 cup the vegetable oil. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit for the oil start getting hot a little bit. Okay, and if you want to watch the full episode of me doing the garlic oil and the crispy garlic, go to the episode 169. That I have the full episode for you for just the crispy garlic and garlic oil. Okay, and I have the medium low heat. Now you don't have to wait until the oil super hot. You just, because it's gonna burn very easy. Look, this is all we need. Alright, and now you have to keep mixing them, because otherwise it's gonna be burned easy. So just mix them very slow until you see all the color change. Okay, and smell pretty good, and see all the color change. And not the high heat, just medium low heat. Okay, and I forget to tell you earlier, before you frying the garlic, please having ready the bowl and the strainer ready, because you have to stain them pretty fast. Otherwise the garlic is gonna start getting burned. Okay, and now if you see the garlic already start getting brown like this, turn off the heat really quick and stain them really quick, because they're going to start getting darker while you're putting on the side. Okay, I get all the garlic out. Okay, so I have the garlic removed, and I have the garlic oil over here. I'm gonna put about 3 tablespoons back into the pan. Okay, to heat them up, because you see I have the chili flakes over here. I want like to make a quick chili oil, so I'm just gonna heat them up a little bit so make it hotter. Okay, and now that I turn the heat, it's pretty hot, and you can see the smoke starting come out from the wok. So now the oil already very hot. I'm gonna turn off the heat. Okay, now our oil really hot. If you can see the smoke, now you just pour in the garlic. Look at it. I mean, pour in the chili flakes. I say garlic. Okay. All right. And you can see this. Okay. I'm just gonna check them aloud to make sure the smell really good. It's smoky chili. Gonna cut me. Okay. So now we have the crispy garlic. We have a garlic oil. We have the chili oil, the quick and easy chili oil. Okay, they sit it on the side. Okay, our ground pork still marinate, and we're done mixing our garlic oil and crispy garlic and chili oil. Now we're gonna make the dipping sauce. Okay, we have a time to make dipping sauce. So first, I'm going to use a black soy sauce. I'm gonna use a 2 tablespoons black soy sauce. Okay, and then the 2 tablespoons black soy sauce going, and then I have the 2 tablespoons the seasoning soy sauce gonna go into. Okay, 2 tablespoons. 1. Okay. 2. Okay. And next I'm going to use the 1/4 cup the vinegar. 1/4 cup vinegar. Okay, vinegar go in. Okay, and I'm going to use the 1/4 cup the sugar. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use the 1/4 cup regular white sugar. Just go in. Okay, and I'm still going to use a little bit of salt, so I'm gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon salt. Okay. All right, and now this is a low heat. I'm going to mix everything until the all the sugar dissolve and all will come by. Okay, this is a low heat. Okay, it just takes a minute to our salt and all the sugar to be mixed really well. Okay, and all the sugar dissolved. So now we're gonna turn off the heat. So now everything is done on the side. Now we're going to go grab our ground pork in the refrigerator. Okay, so take more than 30 minutes for marinate. So that means even gonna be better. Takes about 45 to 50 minutes while you finish doing the salt and the crispy garlic and clean up. Okay, and get everything ready for the next step. So now I have the tray, and also I have the wonton wrap, the wonton skin. Okay, sometimes they look like this inside. Yeah, just look like this. Okay, sometimes I like some brand, but sometimes I cannot find the same brand at the store. Usually they always come in the freezer. Okay, and the wonton wrapper or wonton screen, they usually come in the frozen section in the Asian grocery store. Okay, so now I have a 1 tablespoon with me over here, so it's gonna be easy to do it. So you just put your wonton inside here in the middle. Okay, and now I'm going to grab the filling and then put in the middle, just like this. Okay, this way it will make it easier, and then you just make sure you close them all. Very good, like this. Make sure you close them all. Okay. Just make sure you close them all. Okay, and now we're gonna put in a tray, and I have the kitchen towel, and then to cover them so they not be dry. The wonton screen not gonna be dry. Okay, and I'm going to do all of this the filling that I have. Okay, now I already have few more wrap to wrap. I forget to tell you in the beginning. If you see the wonton on both sides, one it have the flour on it and one it don't have. When you wrap them, you just have to put the flour side inside. So when you wrap them, it's gonna be easy. If you put on the other side, it's gonna be hard for you to wrap. Okay, and I'm gonna show you one more time. It's easy. Okay, when you close like this and coat on the side and upside down, and then you just use your finger or your thumb like a gentle press them. Make sure they all close all the way. And benefit to use the tablespoon to wrap. Look at all this. You're getting all the same size and all even. It's the same size, similar size, and easy and fast and quick and easy. Now I have just 2 more and I will finish. And Okay, and this is the last the dumpling that I make, and look at a lot, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 38. I make 38 for this recipe. Okay, and I'm gonna put the extra wonton skin in the back into the freezer. Okay, and now we can cook our dumpling. Okay, and why I wrap our dumpling, so I already have my water already boiled. Now I'm going to start to cook them. Okay, just put in the water. Now it's gonna put in high heat. When they start cooking, they're going to fold it up, and if you don't want to cook them all, this can go into the freezer, and every time you're hungry for them, just bring them out and just cooking them in the same way. Okay, but look like today I'm gonna cook them all. The cameraman already can't wait to eat this. So, and for one time you can boil a lot at one time, so I'm just going to boiling them half at a time. Okay, I say I'm going to do half. I'm gonna do 2 times, but actually this is a really big pot, so I'm gonna put them all. I'm gonna cook them all at one time because it will take like about 10 minutes. Okay, everything gonna start to boil. I let them cook a little bit before I mix them, and then when everything start to boil, and then I will show you again. Okay, and I already cooked them for about 5 minutes, and now all of them start to floating up, and as you can see, and then the wonton start changing the color. They look more clearly, but we're going to let them cook another 4 more minutes to make sure that our dumpling is cooked. But as you can see how beautiful it is, and the key is when you wrapping them, make sure you close them really good, otherwise the filling gonna come out from the wonton. Okay, I let them cook for 10 minutes, and now they're all cooking, all folding up. Okay, and now I'm going to remove them and put in that tray that I already have it. 38 dumpling. Oh, look at this. 38 dumpling. Wow. Perfect for the party or easy weekday, weekend, anytime. If you not use them all, you just have to put in the freezer. Okay, oh, look at it, nice and pretty hot dumpling, and also so easy. Now I'm going to put the garlic oil on the dumpling, so make sure they not stick together when they're cooling down. Okay. Wow, it will make your dumpling even tastier with all the garlic oil. Okay, and now also in Thailand we like to serve this dumpling with the crispy garlic. This is very important, so I'm just going to put a lot of crispy garlic on the top, and then you just have to save them a little bit for when you serve or for the extra. Some people might like a lot. So, okay, like now. Yeah, now we're done. We're ready to put in the plate and serve our dumpling. Okay, and now time for us to taste our dumpling, and I'm just gonna get them open one to see you how it inside look. Oh, look at this. Oh, really nice. Oh, I can't wait to try it. Okay, now I'm going to try these pieces. I'm going to dip a little bit of chili oil because I like the spicy, and dipping the sauce that we just make. Oh, look at this. Wow. You just have to try this recipe. You will love it, and you will make again and again. Wow, the inside still really moist and juicy, and the taste is really good. Remind me of the Thailand dumpling in Thailand. And also when you dip a little bit with chili oil, it's smoky flavored and a little bit sweet and sour from the dipping sauce. Really good, and now everybody can't wait to eat them all. So now I hope you like this video. I hope you like the recipe. If you do like, please give me a thumb up, subscribe, and you will see me for the next recipe. Thank you.